If you're looking for the best MTB forks, here's a list you must see. We made this list based on our personal preference and sorted it based on the features, prices, quality, durability, and reputation of the manufacturers and customer feedback. Also, we've included options for every type of customer. So let's get started. At the first position of our list, we have RockShox 30 Fork. Choosing a fork today is a professional job. It is an activity that is not open to everyone, given the complexity of this area. Likewise, given the multitude of creations already set up, we wanted to shed the light on this special model, the RockShox 30 Fork. Although being lightweight, this easy-to-use fork is the result of an impeccable manufacturing style. Made from over 25% steel, this fork has up to 45% magnesium. Its durability is certain given the high-end materials. Likewise, the maintenance task can also be complex. But this quality fork with adjustable rebound will be useful to you, even if it is not adapted for the steep terrain. The design of this fork is the result of a well-developed work. It provides users with an accessory capable of withstanding considerably. Moving on to the next at number 2 with Bucklos Lutu fork. If you want to change your old mountain bike fork for a more efficient, robust, and high-performance device, you can safely rely on the Bucklos Lutu MTB Fork. It is suitable for the most demanding users. This fork comforts you and precision with extremely easy handling. Its contemporary design gives your bike a stylish look. Besides, this fork is efficient with quality brakes. It comes with a 160mm brake with spring suspensions for high performance. This model is also a robust device with a unique level of ergonomics. However, this equipment is not compatible with the V brake type. The number 3 position is held by RockShox Unisex's 30 Silver TK Coil. The Silver TK is a great performing affordable fork for those who do not want or need endless tuning options. With dials only for rebound and low speed compression after you have set the correct sag, there's not much tuning that can be done. This is a fork for anyone that does not need pro levels of tuning because they just want to enjoy the ride. That is not to say that the Silver TK is for easy trails. Far from it. Stiff 35 and magnesium lower legs keep the front wheel pointing where you want it to go. The motion control damper is ready to soak up big impacts, while the rapid recovery helps it to quickly return after the big hits. Blasting through chunky rock gardens can be a bit much for the damper, and you may at times need to rely on your arm strength to get through. If this is likely to be a problem for you, it is possible to upgrade to the charger damper. Regardless of which damper you use, it is advisable for average weight riders to install 2 volume tokens, as the large negative air chamber tends to allow the fork to easily push through its travel. If you want to tackle some big trails with an affordable fork, the Silver TK is perfect for you. Next at number 4 we have Marzocchi Bomber Zone Coil Fork. Heavy but with good performance at an affordable price is how the Bomber Zone can be summed up. Marzocchi is owned by Fox and this fork benefits from the same grip damper as the Fox 36. However, the air volume is smaller and less adjustment is available. One dial simultaneously adjusts the high and low speed compression, allowing you to define a range rather than fine-tune each one. Traction is good but suppleness is worse than higher priced forks, although small bumps are not absorbed as well. The Zone does deal very well with medium and large impacts. The beginning stroke is quite firm and it is recommended to add one more volume spacer to the 2 that are already installed. This will unlock some suppleness at the start of the travel and prevent bottoming out. Even with 3 spacers installed, the mid-stroke support can be a bit lacking. Regardless, the Zone does do a great job and is an excellent choice if you do not have too much to spend. The number 5 position is held by Fox Racing Shox 36 Float 29 Grip. The Fox 36 is a tried and tested enduro fork that is perfect for racers. It has proved itself many times by appearing on the top step of podiums at the highest level of the sport. This is in part due to the new Grip 2 damper that offers more adjustment and more supple movement than the older Fit or C2 damper. By using the same oil in the lower legs as the damper seals can be looser, resulting in less friction. Any extra oil that ends up in the damper gets pushed back into the lowers. Enduro racers need to fine-tune their fork to the conditions of each race. The 36 allows you to adjust high and low speed rebound as well as high and low speed compression. Most forks do not offer adjustable high-speed rebound, and it can be tricky to get everything right. For beginners, recommended settings are printed on the leg to give you a starting point. Volume spacers can be added to tune the progression. Performance on the trail is top-notch. Small bumps and big impacts are soaked up with no fuss. The 36 never feels harsh on big impacts, despite using less travel than you would expect. It is also very supportive in the mid-stroke, allowing you to blast around corners at speed without the fork diving through its travel. The number 6 position is dominated by Cane Creek Helm MKII suspension fork. This is a beast of a fork that can be used for a variety of riding styles. The travel is adjustable between 130mm and 160mm, allowing you to use it for XC, trail riding, enduro, or bike park riding. It is most at home on big, aggressive trails that demand a long travel fork. The stiff 35mm stanchions paired with the impressive damping system allow you to push this fork harder and harder into rough trail sections. It is not just the travel that is adjustable, but also high and low speed compression, as well as low speed rebound. On top of this, the air pressure in both the positive and negative air chambers can be independently set, and the air volume can be changed without the use of volume reducers. This means that you will need to dedicate some time to get the helm set up correctly for your weight and riding style. Most riders do not need this many options. For those that do want it and have the necessary technical understanding, the rewards are huge. Moving on to the next at number 7 with Fox Racing Shox 32 Float SC29 Fitfer. This is the best and lightest XC fork on the market. It just got lighter and stiffer thanks to the step-cast dropout and new crown design. Fox claimed this makes the 32 just as stiff as its trail-oriented bigger brother, the 34. What has not changed is the exceptional damping on offer. The Fitfer damper is seriously impressive, managing to always be smooth and controlled. At the start of the travel, it is supple and it irons out small bumps and trail chatter fantastically. It is supportive in the mid-stroke, and big impacts are soaked up without the fork bottoming out. This not only means a comfortable and efficient ride, but also ultimate traction and speed. Just what you need from an XC fork. Volume spacers are included so you can tune the air spring to your weight. Low speed compression and rebound can be externally adjusted, and there is a dial to switch the compression between 3 modes. You can change between open, medium, or firm depending on the trail conditions. There is even a handlebar-mounted remote switch available for serious racers. The number 8 position is held by Mrp Bartlett Dual Crown Air Fork. Next is the Mrp Bartlett Fork, coming in at $1,212.99. The Bartlett can accommodate a 27.5 or 29-inch wheel just like the Bo XR, but is only available at 170, 180, and 190mm travel. Subsequently, it weighs tilde 100, less than the Bo XR, at just under 2.5 kilos in the 27.5, 190mm configuration. The stanchions are 35mm, however, only low speed compression can be adjusted externally. Ramp up is controlled externally, however, not with tokens that have to be added inside the fork. The Mrp Bartlett can accommodate a 180mm brake rotor and comes with all of the parts required to reduce or increase the travel, as the fork is designed not only for downhill but instead using the dual crown design to provide space efficiency over a single crown, which they claim allows for a longer travel despite having a shorter axle to crown length than a single crown fork. Next at number 9, we have Fox 40 Float Factory Grip 2021 Fork. Next is the FOX 40 Float Fork. Fox's largest fork comes in at nearly piece $1,900, which is over $2,600. The fork boasts 203mm of travel and 4mm stanchions. The fork also weighs around 2.8 kilograms, which is far heavier than the prior 2 forks. High and low speed compression can be adjusted externally, as well as both high and low speed rebound, which is a feature often grouped into one on other manufacturers' forks. The Fox fork is far heavier than other brands, but is larger than other forks, while sporting the ability to fit a massive 230mm brake rotor where others may fall shorter of that. Finally, the number 10 position is dominated by Fox Racing 38 Float Performance Elite Fork. The first fork is the Fox 38 Float, with its main draw being its massive 38 stanchions, much larger than most double crown downhill forks. These wide stanchions give it a very stiff feel and give it a beefy look. The 170mm travel makes it perfect for rough trails whilst not being cumbersome like a longer alternative or a double crown fork. It weighs just under 2,200 grams and can accommodate huge 3-inch tires and 230mm rotors. The Fox 38 has a lot of external adjustment, with high and low speed compression and high and low speed rebound too. This gives the rider greater control over the fork to give the perfect feel. The fork is very smooth, aided by the floating axles and that aforementioned stiffness holding the fork straight through its travel. The fork is available on evo.com for $1,149, the most expensive fork on the site. That's all for today. We upload outdoor product review videos every single day, so don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon for the upcoming video notification.